It's your boy Paco Escobar bringing you another episode of Gas or Mid. I know I haven't brought this segment back in a long time, but I had to bring it out for a very special occasion. Today we're going to find out, is Wonder Woman 1984 gas or mid? Now, Christmas, December 25th, if you don't know, but I think you do know. 2020, we had the highly anticipated Wonder Woman 1984. Now, if you don't know, well, you're gonna know now. Me and my boy Zillions, we've been covering this movie. We've been really anticipating this drop, it being one of the earlier DC drops and a lot of the gas that they're dropping in 2021. The Snyder Cut, baby. Yes, so me and Zillions were very excited for this movie. Keyword, excited. Wonder Woman 1984, in one word, would be very underwhelming. Now, the story was just kind of very dull. It was like this love story with the homie that died in the first movie. Yeah, spoiler alert. So there was like some like magic stone that they found somewhere. Kristen Wiig is Cheetah, by the way, but she's Barbara. I think that's the shorty name, Barbara or something. She basically finds this stone. You know, Diana's like big depressed, you know what I mean? Because Brody died. She's been single for like 30 fucking years. Fuck 30 years, like fucking 40 years she's been fucking single, you know what I mean? So Shorty's just been like, you know what I mean? I miss the homie. Kristen Wiig's character, she's just like a nerd. So she's just like, yo, I wish someone would love me. Then this Maxwell Lord guy pulls up. He's like, yo, you know what I mean? He starts busting down on Kristen Wiig, and then he like finesses the stone. You know what I mean? That was like, the Maxwell Lord character was pretty interesting. You know, I just kind of wish they would have went more in the direction of maybe using him as a vehicle to showcase more of the magical entity. I'm not going to go into details like referencing comics and all that stuff. Comic book movies, I just want something that's pulled from a comic, and if you change some stuff around, just make it interesting. I'm over that whole everything has to represent the comic material. But that being said, I would have went more in that direction. Because, like, you know what I mean? It was the dude Maxwell Lord becomes the stone, the wishing stone in himself. Because he wishes to be the stone. And the whole purpose is like the stone takes your most prized possession. So if it's something you really want, it's like you gotta give something to get something, you know? So that's how like the stone works, and it was basically like the main plot of the story. But that being said, the main plot with the stone wasn't really too bad. It was solid, you get what I'm saying? But for something like Wonder Woman, especially when me and Zillions was doing our DC fandom coverage, I wanted something more OP from Wonder Woman. I wanted her to shine, you know what I mean? Like the first movie, she fucking shined, you know what I mean? It was just like an ultimate flex. And this movie really lacked the flexing aspects from Wonder Woman. Like she was doing a lot of jobber shit. Like the first scene starts off like a heist of some sort, and that's how like this stone pops up. It's in a heist, these black market heists in a bank. So like, that was like, you know what I mean? She doing all this jobber shit. She didn't really get the flex. Another thing I would say is like the love story direction they were going with it kind of killed the story for me because it was just weak. It was just very weak when the buddy gets wished back from the stone, and it was just weak. I really couldn't like pay attention. My attention span was just really like over that. It wasn't even just because it was a love story. It just wasn't interesting. It was very dull, you know what I mean? There was nothing there with the chemistry with those two actors. Kristen Wiig carried this movie. In my personal opinion, she carried it. Kristen Wiig is a very interesting actress. You know, she's mad funny. She's always like a quirky character, and they did a great job of kind of like having that quirky character before she turned to Cheetah. And then like the special effects they had on Cheetah was nuts. It was a really dope Cheetah. The fight, it was like 5 minutes in the movie. Like, so I was really disappointed with the low Cheetah spots. And my main point, the reason why I get into my overall review of this movie, Wonder Woman 1984, where was the 80s music? It just did not have an 80s setting. I feel like if you're doing an 80s setting and you're promoting the movie with the title, Wonder Woman 1984, where's the goddamn motherfucking 80s music? There's no motherfucking Cure, no sniffs, no motherfucking just anybody, Billy Idol, something, yeah. And then we talking Warner Bros. I got all the bands to pull some of that tracks in this music. I was very disappointed. They had like one track in there, like one track, dude. So I was very disappointed about the lack of 80s music in the post-production. Overall, for my final verdict, I give it 3 tacos out of 5 tacos. It's just straight out mid. It wasn't bad or horrible. Definitely a buffer for all the stuff that's dropping in 2021, this upcoming year. But it was just very underwhelming. I wasn't expecting like, you know, something super crazy, but I was at least expecting like a 4 out of 5 tacos out of this movie. Yeah, the lack of Wonder Woman spots, the lack of 80s music and the promotion with this movie being Wonder Woman 1984. The action was kind of solid. I would say my favorite scene was like when they were on the road. They had like this crazy ass road scene in Egypt. Stay tuned to Bars and Joysticks as we drop you so much more content. What would you like me to review? Is it a movie, video games, comics, TV shows? Let me know in the comment section. Is it something people are not talking about? Is it something you'd like to see my take on it? Please let me know and I'll get to it. But this is your boy Paco with an episode of Gas or Mid.